4 kilometers to Klishchivka. The enemy keeps trying to break through the defense line in the Bakhmut sector. Ukrainian armed forces repelled 7 enemy attacks. The Russian army is massing its forces for future attacks. Experts say there are 80,000 troops in this area. Our material is about the strategic town of Chasiv, which Russian troops are turning into ruins every day, and the situation on the outskirts of Klishchivka. Right at the entrance to the city, we meet an infantry fighting vehicle. The soldiers are on their way to a mission. This is Chasiv. The town is 10 kilometers from Bakhmut. It used to be home to 14,000 people. Now there is not a single surviving house left. In the center of the town, men are covering the broken windows of the city council building with film. There has been no heating, water supply or electricity for a long time. To survive, the locals put stoves in their apartments. The center of life here is a point of indestructibility, where locals can keep warm, recharge their phones, and have internet and TV. Sehi works here. He says there are still about 800 residents in the town. Most of them are elderly people. Today the south was under shelling. Housed are damaged. Russian troops are amassing forces in the Bakhmut sector for future attacks. The enemy group currently numbers up to 80,000 personnel. Chasiv is one of the key areas for them, opening the way to Kramatorsk and Slavyansk. Military equipment and trees that have been cut down to the ground mean that the front line is close. We are on the outskirts of Klishchivka. The village is just a few kilometers away. The cannonade around us does not stop. Alexander is with an axe for a reason. He has just jumped out of a trench. He says the mortar froze because of the ice. At this position, the artillerymen of the 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade Kolodniye are working with a French 120mm mortar. Their job is to cover our infantry and destroy the enemy Oleksiy commander. We observe them and start working because it is not possible to do it one by one, but they can go in a column. And this is a good target for us. As soon as we approach the mortar, we hear a drone buzzing overhead. Compared to the Soviet mortar, the French mortar is more accurate, more mobile, and works with different types of shells, says Platoon Commander Oleksiy. The Russian troops keep trying to regain the positions in Klishchivka that the Ukrainian army had taken. But on this flank, Oleksiy says, they managed to hold off the enemy's advance. As soon as we work out, we immediately go for cover. In the dugout, Ihor, a mortar commander, takes the most valuable thing. While they wait for the new command, Ihor goes to warm up another mortar. Weapons must always be ready.